What up guys, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're gonna be doing some work on this E46. Now you guys know we traded the E36 for this car, and we really haven't done anything with it since, other than just drive it, bro. Like, this thing has been amazing. Like, it's just been honestly a reliable car, just sitting there whenever either me or Josh needs to go anywhere. This thing hasn't let us down, man. It's been freaking awesome. I haven't had any problems with it, other than whenever we first got it, it had that transmission line come loose on it, and which wasn't a huge deal. Ended up being a loose line. We tightened that, and from there we haven't had a single freaking issue with it, man. So, but I haven't done anything with it other than just drive it, and I want to start focusing on making it a little bit nicer. Whether we're gonna keep it or sell it or trade it or whatever, I figured we may as well have a little bit of fun with it while we have it, you know what I'm saying? So Max Speeding Rods did end up sending us a set of coilovers for it. I've never done coilovers on a BMW. Oh, hold up, we did coilovers on the E36. I forget what I'm saying. Anyhow, I want to open these up. I'm interested to see what they even look like. Got my brand new blade. Ta-da! First thing I noticed, cracking the box open, these have that traditional like gold and yellowish orange color that come on most Max Speeding Rods coilovers. So looks like we have a camber adjustment on the front with the pillow ball top, and it looks like the rear is going to be a separate shock from the spring. I don't know. I'm gonna get this all unboxed and we can actually look at it. And here they are. Now we can actually get a look at them, bro. Look how tall that damn rear shock is. What the hell is up with that thing? It does have dampening adjustability though on it, which is freaking dope. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be, like I said, it'll be a separate shock, and then it's got a obviously a bucket on there. I don't know. We're gonna have to tear the car apart and we'll see what it is we're working with. I'm not sure what exactly is going on with this, but there is another box that they sent with this, so I was confused by it. I'm not sure what exactly. They sent these separate, so I don't know if this is the new style. Maybe they accidentally sent me the older version or something, because yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like this is going to be the new style. It's where this piece and this piece is actually all one piece. Either way, I'm sure it'll all make more sense once we start digging into the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these damn wheels off really quick. I think I'm gonna start on the back, and then I'll flip the car around and then do the front. But before we get started, let's get underneath here and check out this ground clearance. There's quite a bit of room to come down, and I was looking underneath here, and it doesn't look like that'd be really too much that we're gonna drag. Like, everything is for the most part like tucked up in there, you know what I mean? But anyhow, this thing has been a really comfortable daily drivable type of vehicle, and basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna screw that all up, because my plan here is to slam the living shit out of this, and then of course we'll be on the hunt for new wheels, but one step at a time. Man, I really hope it's not gonna be a pain in the ass to get the top of this shock, bro. Like, I can't stand those cars that you have to like tear apart the interior, like the top right here where the speakers and everything are at, in order to get to that. Anyhow, this contraption right here, like, what? So upper control arm, spring, lower control arm, right? And then the axle runs through that. Bro, whoa. Whoa, whoa. And then you also have this bar going up here, like a trailing arm. So it's got like a trailing arm type thing, and it's got an upper and a lower control arm. Or is this even, oh, this probably don't even act as a control arm, huh? This is probably just like a, like an adjustment arm or a tow arm or something like that, whatever they would call it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not a BMW guy. Y'all already know that. Should we weld the diff on this thing? I mean, it's an automatic, but with a welded diff, I bet it would probably do some donuts. Can't find my keys. Huh. Guess they're in the house. God, dude, that thing's dirty, bro. Really good news, man. I can access the top of the shock from right freaking here in the trunk, dude. So stoked about that. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, some cars, like, you have to take that whole, like, back dash thing off and, like, remove a bunch of freaking crap to get to it. But I'm happy it's not like that, dude. I don't know how a car gets so much dust in the trunk. Like, dude, like, this is freaking insane, bro. Jeez. Well, that came out. Was it any good? Ah, see, the stock ones were blown anyway, so. Beautiful. Are you kidding me? That easy? Dude. Knock on wood. But nothing is ever that freaking easy, bro. So here is our stock stuff, and this is the equivalent. So stock rear shock, this is the max speeding rod, adjustable rear shock, and then the stock spring, and then the max speeding rod, adjustable. Well, it's a spring with an adjustable little perch on it, you know what I'm saying? This right here, no lie, took me like 2 minutes to get this out. If that, I think it was less than 2 minutes. Freaking blows my mind, bro. That blows my mind. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to getting, actually, you know what? Let's get the passenger side out and then we'll put all the new stuff in. All right, this was so fast, dude. I actually have a stopwatch on my phone. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna leave this clip uncut, and I'm just gonna go through and pull everything off of the passenger side so you guys can see how long it freaking takes. It's freaking wild, dude. This actually blew me away, so hopefully my phone doesn't fall. All right, on your marks, get set, go. Time. That took me 32.3 seconds. And that's just pulling the stuff off casually, bro. It's not like I was rushing and just trying to get it done as fast as I possibly can. Hell, I could probably cut that down to 15 seconds if I'm actually trying. But all right, now with all the stock stuff off the rear, we're gonna move on and put the new max speeding rod stuff on the car. And what I think I'm gonna do is just kind of adjust it all the way down, I think. And then put it on and see how low that is, and then maybe adjust it up some from there. But basically, like I said, I'm wanting this car to be like stupid ass low. I don't have any slammed cars, you know. But I want to take a really quick moment before we do that and give a huge shout out to Max Speeding Rods for sending these out and always taking care of your boy, man. Continuing to take care of your boy. They're always hooking us up, us budget boys, with coilovers for our cars, man. I just want to take a really quick second to just mention my appreciation for them as a company and as a partner of the channel. And as always, the link to these coilovers will be in the description down below, as well as the discount code, man. Put in DBFam at checkout and you're getting a discount. They're taking care of you guys as well. And it's not just these coilovers. Anything on their site, you can get a discount. Just enter DBFam before you check out and you're gonna get a percentage off. And on top of that, they also take care of me, man. So anytime you guys purchase something, it's an affiliate link. So I get a small portion, just a small little cut. So most certainly help support the companies that support what it is we're doing here, supports the channel, supports the fam, bro. Huge shout out to Max Speeding Rods once again, and let's get these things on the car because I'm excited to see this thing slammed. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna start off by putting this spring perch all the way down, as low as it'll go. So bang bang, and then I think this goes on top like that, something like that. I don't know, let's go put it on the car. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is actually put the spring in, and I'm gonna jack this up until there is tension on the spring. All right, so now with just the spring in there and no shock, I actually jacked the bottom of it up just to apply some pressure on that spring. I don't know if this is necessarily the way of doing this, but this is just the way that I'm gonna do it. So now there is pressure on the spring. You can't pull this spring out at all, right? That shock that goes on the rear, it bolts up here at the top, and then it's got a single bolt down here on the bottom. Now, if you look at this thing, it looks like it has quite a bit of travel for it to adjust the length of this thing. So what I'm gonna do now with the spring slightly under pressure is I'm going to raise this little adjusting collar up. I want to bolt this to the top of the car, and then I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to turn this until this eyelet right here lines up with where the bolt has to go. And then I'll pull it out, and then I'll make these two match. So I'll basically just match this one to this one, which I'll more than likely probably just like measure from the very top of the thread down to the top of the locking collar and just make them the same for left to right. I think that's just a good starting point, and then we'll set the car down and see if that's not gonna be too low. It might end up being way too low to where it's like not drivable. Either not drivable or it's gonna be so low that I can't match it with the front, you know what I'm saying? So I think the front is really gonna limit us. In most scenarios, most cases, you can go a lot lower in the back than you can in the front because you got a lot more going on in the front. That's the actual steer axle, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be so slammed that the front wheels, whenever I go to turn, it's gonna be tearing up my fenders, so. Alrighty, now I'll just make sure that both of the adjustments are set to as stiff as possible. Coilovers are all completely done on the back. The rear is finished. So now let's go ahead and throw the wheels back on, and then we can set this thing on the ground, see how low it goes. All right, you ready for this? I'm gonna full send that jack. Watch it not even be that low, bro. Bruh, that's not bad at all, dude. Okay, shoot. Oh my God, that is actually really freaking stiff though. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. See, I'm not making it up whenever I say this guy comes over here every freaking day almost picking on me, bro. Yeah, keep your ass walking. Keep your ass walking, sucker. I'll fry your ass up real quick. Makes like a growling sound when he walks by too. It's like I got him going the other day. I had my phone and I played, I looked up on YouTube rooster mating calls, and I was playing that out loud. It had him up in the driveway just anyhow, gonna flip this thing around so we start on the front, dude. Alrighty, moving on to the front, because I am saying this right now. I hope it's just as easy as the rear was, man. Oh. Dude, it really is amazing how easy it is to do coilovers on this damn car. So I just wanted to show you guys really quick. I have a 16mm socket on my drill, a 16mm wrench. You put the wrench on the back side of this sway bar link and then use the socket on the front side. And that's off. And then there is a 19mm bolt that is what actually holds the steering knuckle, the whole knuckle, onto the shock housing itself. I use a ratchet to get it loose because the drill ain't strong enough. So just get it. Oh my god. Cause that zone bitch is tight. Then switch over to the drill. I don't know if you have to take the nut or the bolt all the way out, but I do. And then just push down on the knuckle and the whole thing comes off of the shock. And then you have three 13mm on top. Take the first two out and then position the drill on the third one and then grab the whole coilover, the whole strut, and then bang. That's it, bro. The whole thing's out. Freaking nuts, dude, how easy it is. And there's our old one. Goodbye, wood. And the driver's side. Now I'll just throw the new stuff in, but I do need to make sure the preload is the same left and right. I don't know if I'm gonna set the front all the way as low as it'll go. Screw it, may as well, right? Match the rear. So as it turns out, this thing will just keep going all the way up, bro. Like, it has no stop, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like setting them in a like happy medium, I would call it. I think this is probably gonna be quite a bit lower. I mean, it's really hard to judge, bro, because if you hold it up to the old coilover, I mean, granted, it is a lot shorter, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta remember, the spring rate on this is a lot stiffer. I mean, look at this spring. I mean, it's so like huge, like such a big coil around, and then there's such big gaps. Like, I think this compresses quite a bit more than what this spring is gonna compress. So it's hard to say how much the weight of the car compress this spring as versus it's obviously not going to compress this one as much. So currently where I have it, who knows, that might actually lift the car, but there's no way of really telling until I put them on, set it down, and just see where we're at. And then I'll have to decide whether I want to go up a little bit if it's too low, or if I need to lower it quite a bit more if it's too high. So just the goal is to basically be somewhat close to the rear, if not ever so slightly lower in the front. That's how I like it to be. If it's not matching like dead on, then ever so slightly lower in the front than the back. So here we go, let's slap them in and try it out. Let's start on the side where I left all the tools, huh? Avoiding the fact that the wheel is hitting the coilover. Like, yeah, the wheel is hitting the coilover. So it turns out, since being the girth of these coilovers are so much larger, let's wait for Phoenix to shut up. Since being the girth of these coilovers are just so much bigger, the coilover now hits the wheel. So that's a problem, right? I pulled my spacers off of the rear of khaki because I do have to run spacers on khaki or else it hits the brakes. With those BBS wheels anyway, These are a 5-lug universal spacer, and it does line up. So I'm gonna try and see if we can get away with using this spacer for now. If that will give us enough clearance that we can put these wheels back on for now. I do have another set of wheels that are more of an offset out, in which I just tried one on over there on the passenger side, and it does clear. Like, we don't have any clearance problems whatsoever with those wheels. But those wheels need to be painted, and I need to put tires on them because the tires are shot. So for the time being, I need to get these wheels back on the car. And since this doesn't have wheel studs, it has wheel bolts. Like, it's really hard to put a spacer on. So I'm gonna try to put some of this grease on it and see if we can't, like, glue this thing onto the caliper, or I mean onto the rotor, get it to stay in one position while we get the freaking wheel on. Dude, I've been struggling with this off camera for a minute now to try to see if it would work, because I don't know if this spacer is going to be thick enough yet. Alright, it looks like it's going to stay there. God, dude, that's quick. This wheel already had one missing. Now the bolts are literally grabbing by like 2 threads, bro. Well, it's more like 3, but not enough to drive on. Crisis avoided, man. So now we have clearance. I had to put a little spacer in there. So just something to note, bro. If you have an E46 and you are getting coilovers. Actually, there's 2 things I should tell you. Obviously, you need to check the offset of your wheel to make sure it's not going to bump into the coilover. So now we have plenty of room back there with that spacer. If you run a higher offset wheel, then obviously you're not going to have that problem. But another thing, if you want to actually utilize the camber adjustment, you will have to cut away the shock tower some. Now this is normal, bro. This isn't like a max speeding rods thing. Like, I've seen this. This is actually pretty damn common with most of these coilovers that have the top hat that has the adjustable camber on it. You kind of have to, well, I shouldn't say that. There may be some that you don't have to, but I have seen this before. The coilovers that I had on the E46 were the same way. And the guy that I got them from, he had to cut the shock tower on his E36. So we might do that one day. I don't know. Depends on how long I end up having this car. So that's the reason why I didn't end up cutting into it, because if I'm going to get rid of it, I would rather not cut it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to keep it and I'm trying to stance this thing out and adjust the camber and get, you know, hella flush and all that, then I'll probably cut it. But for the time being, I wanted to not hack the chassis up, you know what I'm saying? All right, now I think we can go ahead and set this side down. I need to grab another spacer off of khaki. Just so you know, this is temporary. I'm not gonna drive the car on these spacers because, like I said, it is only grabbing. Now the lug bolts are only grabbing by a few threads, so that most certainly isn't safe to drive on the street, but it will allow me to get the damn car out of my garage, you know what I'm saying? Until the next video, whenever we're working on this. I have these wheels right here. You guys have seen them before. Where do they go? Oh, this one. You guys seen these before. They were on the E36. So now, granted, it looks pretty ugly right now. It does have a center cap that makes it look a lot nicer. I have 5 of these wheels. I have all 4 center caps, but this one is actually in better condition than most of the others. But the finish on them is just shot, dude. So throw it in the comments down below what your opinions are on what color to paint these. As you guys know, they're going on a black car, so I'm gonna have to get these done sooner than later now because I need this offset in order to run the coilovers so that we don't have clearance issues. So I'm thinking, like, I don't want to do anything wild, bro. Like, no lime green or nothing crazy like that. So either white, like a silver, like a gun gray silver type color, or honestly, completely black, dude. I wouldn't mind black on black. I know it's kind of boring, but I think the car would look pretty dope, especially if I go get all the windows like all limo tinted. Maybe do a whole like murdered out look with it, but I don't know. I think the car is gonna look a lot better on these because they do have a lip and they have more of an offset. They're gonna sit a lot more flush. But put in the comments. I genuinely want to hear opinions on what you guys think. And I will say this, I'm not doing no two-tone, bro. No two-tone. So I ain't gonna do no white lip with a black center or polished lip type stuff. No two-tone. one solid freaking color, man. So put in the comments what you think. Moving on, I need to go get the other damn spacer and get this side done. Wheel bolts freaking suck, bro. Like, Jesus, why didn't you just put studs on it? Like, for real. Anyhow, guys, moment of truth. Is it too high? Is it too low? Did we freaking nail it? Only one way to know. Well, there it is, guys. It's definitely not slammed like I was going for, but I will say I can definitely get it to go a lot lower. I know the front has more adjustment in it. The rear right now is all the way down, but I can go ahead and take that adjuster out, that little adjustment collar that we put underneath the spring. I can take that out, and that will probably give us another ½ inch or so. I don't know. It'll probably be pretty damn crazy ass low, but I'm gonna wait, dude. I'm gonna wait until we get these wheels taken care of, because like I said, I can't even drive the car now. I mean, at least we can like move it around, you know what I'm saying? But I need to get these wheels done. So most certainly throw your suggestions down in the comments below what you think. I'm thinking the basic colors, bro. If I'm being honest, I would really like to polish them, but I don't know how well that's gonna come out, dude. Like, I could take some paint stripper and try to strip this down. I'm sure it's probably like a shiny machine finish underneath it. But the problem is these little fake the little fake bolts, those are plastic, and those normally turn like yellow. I know you can order new ones, but to be honest with you, I don't want to invest myself that damn much into these wheels, man. So I'm thinking either white, some kind of silver, or like dark gray, like a metallic, black, or even bronze, I guess. Bronze would look good as well. But I think it would definitely give the car the poke that it needs. Like, you obviously bring the wheels a little bit more flush, especially the rear, dude. The rear is sunk, bro. Hell yeah. Hey, yo, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Just to let you know, man, today is the absolute last day for the seats. So if you want to get entered, this is your last chance. Or if you've already entered, get a couple more entries. This is your very last chance to do so. Peace out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.